Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully you're not, oh, we're recording over Tuesday.
I'm not.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 4:56. This is a budget workshop for the Northfield Fire and EMS. Those
On
here.
September 14th,
Oh, yeah.
2023 in the Tilton Lower Town Hall meeting room.
Yeah, yeah. Those here are three commissioners, the chief and Kathy.
I assume we're gonna kind of go through this from the top down. Anything that's highlighted, I'm still, I don't have numbers for, but the first thing would be like the executive, for the commissioners, the clerk and stuff like that. You guys can decide what you want to do with that. That's not really my gig. And that starts on page 3.
Three.
Three or two.
Two is
Three.
Oh, two is the summary?
Both.
Yeah,
Three.
two is
Oh, okay.
stuff.
So we're starting on page 3?
Yep.
Start on page 3.
Okay.
Okay, so the clerk in actuality was paid $1,500. The treasurer was paid $1,500 and the moderator was paid $500. And even though it says $750 because that's what the budget committee said. But you decided to change those. So, and you guys got $2,000 each in 23. Or we'll have them,
So in 2000, that's all we paid in 2023, is that 750, 750, and 500?
nope, you've paid $1,500, $1,500, and $500.
Well, we
And
only,
that was appropriated, but.
yeah, we only appropriated, wouldn't we?
The budget committee appropriated it, and
Okay.
the board agreed to increase it.
Okay. Anybody want to make a motion on any of that?
I guess I'd make a motion that we, section 4130 executive, that we have $6,000 for commissioners, $1,500 for clerk, $1,500 for treasurer, and $500 for moderator.
I'll second it.
Okay, that's been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What was that, moderator?
500.
Thank you. Well, go right ahead.
Okay. The next one is the four,
Elections.
yeah, 4140 elections, $2,500.
So I'm curious that we actually spent $29.72 on the last election. Is that because we had
We
two?
had a special town meeting.
Yes,
And we don't know if we're gonna have a special town meeting in the month of, in 2024?
we do not know.
I would make a motion that we make line 4140 $3,000. And solely because of the fact that we don't know.
Make a motion what?
That we put line 4140 elections at $3,000.
I would do that. I wouldn't mind doing that, but in the case that we don't do it, I'd rather see,
We have to find it somewhere else.
yeah.
Why was, we don't know what 2023 actual was, do we?
I have right now,
We do.
it's $1,638.35. There's a balance of $861 on that line.
So has it traditionally been about $1,500–1,600?
Yes.
So why did we appropriate $2,500 last year?
I
In
think
case
because
we had
we were
a special
anticipating
meeting.
the special town meeting.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's normally about $1,500 to do an election.
Yes, of course with inflation and everything, it's up to $1,650 probably, $1,640.
So we can keep it at 25. I'll withdraw my motion.
I'll make a motion 4140, election is the $2,500.
And I'll second that.
And moving second, all those in favor?
Aye.
4150, audit, 8,300.
That's a firm figure
That's
from the
a
auditors.
contract price.
That's it, price?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll make a motion, we accept the auditor's report, auditation at 4150 at 8,300.
Second.
And moving second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
4153, legal expense. What
How
do we
much
spend?
have we spent so far this year?
Right here, legal.
$10,417.68.
Now,
Exactly.
that number was so high because we were anticipating being in court this year,
Correct.
and that's actually gonna be in
Next year.
2024.
Yes.
So is there a way to encumber?
No,
No.
So how
you
much,
have to have a bill or a contract.
So
A
we,
PO.
or on the floor, we could take it out of general fund and put it towards legal expense.
It's no, because it's a bottom line.
Yeah.
You just have to amend the bottom line at that point. on the floor.
Yeah, you can't, you're trying to encumber it over the next year.
now how much have we spent so far?
10,000 and change.
So, I mean,
So, the other thing about the 10,000 though is there's probably going to be legal expenses in preparation of the trial, which is in January this year. And I sent an email off. Unfortunately, Attorney Fitzgerald's in trial all week, so he's not able to really answer my questions. What additional expenses are we going to have this year in preparation of the trial?
Well, we don't have to have the answer for that number today.
no.
That is correct, because we don't know what it's going to cost for the expert witness either.
It could be somewhere in December that we know. I'll have a better accurate, and it was still okay to change that or enter that number.
Right, we can just leave, I can highlight that to know that that's coming down the road
Yeah.
for all parties.
Yeah, that might be the better thing to do is wait
I
till.
know he did say when I asked him how much would the legal expenses be if we went to trial, and he says the trial would be about $20,000.
Is that including an expert though?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to hold off on that
Oh,
one
yeah, no, no.
till we get closer anyhow.
Okay, so
The rest of this
I
page.
will
we could-
highlight that. Legal.
We should skip the rest of the page because the numbers at the bottom may change depending upon what you do with salaries.
The health insurance and all that.
We won't know. Well, I'm going to the meeting
We still won't know until the the end of
middle-
October.
like the second or third week in October is when we find out that number.
And when you do the numbers there, are you gonna have the 4 guys in there?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'd like to do when it comes, I'd like a separate line item, or what it costs for the 4 guys, what the insurance and everything, so that I don't want it just put in as a lump sum, this is what's gonna cost. I want people to see what's gonna cost for them 4 guys, and let them make up their mind whether they want them or not. I mean, that's only fair.
Well, should the dollar amount be in there, but then a supplement sheet given out that shows the breakdown? So if the
Well,
voters want to remove that, they know how much to reduce the budget by.
or if you have a separate line item, you know.
I think we could put a second line item in there because it's wages or it's not wages. You're putting for lack of a better
We
comparison.
can
you're
have a
putting
number
Scarlet Letter.
available, if we don't want the additional personnel, for 4 additional personnel, we can have a number available that you would have to reduce the overall budget by to eliminate them.
I just want people to know what it costs for them 4 guys, what the insurance costs, what the retirement, everything,
Yeah.
and let them decide whether they want them or not.
We can have that number, that's very easy to determine.
I think because people are gonna ask what it is, and if we don't have an answer for them, they're gonna look at that and see another $500,000 or whatever it is a year, and they're gonna turn it down. So if they know what it costs, you know, it might be better for them to, this sort of cost of the 4 guys.
Yep. We can have that as a number, separate.
Yeah, separate number, we'll have
Well, and I
everything.
think
Just
it
the
should be broken
information.
down.
Yeah, we'll break it down to
Yeah.
what everything costs.
I don't think you can separate it out in the budget, it's just, you
No,
have to have a
it's-
slide that says, okay, if we don't staff for an additional person per shift, this is what our budget would be, this is with the 4th person.
Right.
This is what our budget is. But it's, yeah.
I think, yeah, I'm in agreement with that one, Paul.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's only fair to let them decide what they want. I mean, it shouldn't, I know we can squeeze it in and you can tell people this, but they're gonna come out and say, what's it cost for them 4 guys? What's it cost for, and if we don't have an answer for them, we may not even get them,
We'll have the answer,
okay?
they'll be broken out.
Okay,
This is what it costs these 4 guys
Yep.
for wages, for
Insurance.
insurance, for
Benefits,
retirement.
Yep.
Insurance.
Yeah,
okay, as long as it's there, that's all I care about. Okay. Category.
Sorry, I just have a quick question, only because we're not seeing actuals in 2023.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I
No,
have
but-
them, I have
Ask
them right
away.
here if
I've
you
got
want.
Yeah, well, no, it's just like, I remember at some point, I thought you started filling them in so that we can kind of see what we spent through like October or whatever.
I will, but I haven't had time without having an assistant.
And we could always go back and change them if we want. I'm sure we can do that, can't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, but
I mean,
right,
once we have the actual things in, they can look back and say, God, we only spent $4,000 and we got $11,000.
Well, that's, yeah, but I'd rather cut it now.
well, if you ask, I can tell you what you've done so far, but it's just, I haven't had time to plug the numbers in.
Because what's gonna happen is when this goes before the budget committee, they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna ask you, how much? And all of a sudden, they're gonna say, well, you know, we appropriated 11,000, we've only gone through $8,000, so why is the commission, you know, there go the commissioners are gonna spend again.
Damn commissioners.
All right, so what do you want to know?
Do any on that page we just did?
Let's just skip that. I've already given you the figures for the
Yeah.
executive, the
Yeah.
elections auditing,
Yep, let's start next category.
so.
4194, general government building. Here, electricity, Center Street, we got $11,000.
You've spent 5209 so far, but that does not include the August bill. These are through, yeah. Let me look. I have to look and see what the bill was.
Yeah, I don't know if we paid August or not.
I don't remember if we paid, if August has hit yet. Let's see.
Done this before.
Are we being premature in trying to go at this detail, or should we be talking more generally about areas of huge changes, like the conversation we just had about separating out the 4 guys, and how we're going to approach that? That seems like a discussion that we can have, and we did. Are there more of those on here that we should have? I mean, we can just be putting numbers
Well,
in there. We don't have enough detail for.
No, but what we try to do is sometimes is we'll take the electricity, I mean, if you divide that by 12, it's X amount of dollars a month.
90250.
A month. So, and you said it was what?
This is through the middle of August, okay?
So it's at,
So, for Center Street, it was 5209. So it's 7.5 months,
what's
When
that?
we do 8 months, it's 651.
right?
Yeah.
If you do 7.5, it's 694. So we're spending significantly less than what we budgeted.
So if it's 694, you said?
Well, that's 7.5
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, and that's what's a six
We'll say
600 and,
We'll say 695 just for rounding.
okay, call it $700. So 7 times 12 is what?
84, no. 8400?
8,400.
So see, it, if you figured 700 a month, even if you figured 750 to 800, 800 is less than that.
Does that bill fluctuate, or is it pretty much the same every
It
month?
fluctuates. It's less in the summer months than in the winter, usually.
Yeah, we
An
can
electric heat of some sort?
No.
No, we do have some electric heat.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about your electric baseboards for the cold feet. Some people.
In Courtney's office, that's all electric
It's-
heat.
Yeah, it's all electric in there, yeah. And the foyer is all electric.
Yes.
So if you figured 800 a month, year round, it's $9,600.
I have a question.
Yep.
I heard on the radio the other day, or maybe I read it, I saw something somewhere, this is very vague, about municipalities. There's a group, they can group together to get their energy purchases.
Right.
That's,
Are we eligible for that as a village district?
I would think we would be, but we're in a contract.
Oh,
with,
I forgot where.
Or in a
Yeah.
contract with
Um,
Eversource or somebody
Election
else?
direct electric, hold on, let me,
yeah, it's
yeah, it's something.
When does that contract renew?
It's for 3 years. And we did that because electric rates were skyrocketing.
Is that rate set for the 3
It
years?
is.
Yep.
I think I got that too. There's a thing you can get on to get,
Yeah,
they buy it at a
It's
certain
direct
amount,
energy,
and if it goes up, you're still at that same
Yeah.
rate.
I
or
have
if it
that.
goes down, you're
Yeah.
still there.
You're
I
still
have, I
there.
have it as well.
Yeah.
At my house.
I do.
Oh, some place.
So we get our electric through direct energy, the per kilowatt hours, but the transmission is through Eversource.
Yeah.
So it looks like last year, the budget committee basically doubled the prior year.
Well, that's because the energy went through the roof last year.
Electric bills went crazy.
But this year, we're already higher than what we
Yeah.
spent in
Yeah.
2022,
Right,
with 4.5 months to go.
right.
We could probably get away with 9,000 in that line.
I go with that.
I'll make a motion that we appoint up, line 410.01 Center Street Station at $9,000.
I'll second it. Been moved and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Back Street. God, that's-
Okay, let's see.
It's high.
So far, it's been 2556.49.
$56
Right, 2556.
divided by 7.5 is, I want to say 340 for rent. 340 a month. 340.
4,500.
Boy, that,
About 4,800 a year. Oh, wow, I know, it's a lot less than that.
I make a motion, we make line 410.02 Parsley Station $5,000.
I'll second it. Been moved and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hart Street Tower.
So we haven't gotten a bill for that yet, but we are live, we're using electricity.
So maybe it doesn't come to us.
It does.
For Park Street Tower?
Yeah, for our equipment. We
Oh.
have our own equipment in there.
Then it's got a separate meter.
Yep.
So you're paying your base fee plus usage, and you figured less than $100 a month.
And how long's it been in there?
Well, we really just started using the tower last month or so, when we moved
Oh,
the
so
base station over.
So it's still early. Maybe we ought to hold off on that and find out what the bill is anyhow.
Yeah, that we can see at least what it
Yeah.
looks.
Because that one probably be pretty constant,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? There's no
As
like,
long as, once we start adding more equipment, it'll go up. Right now, it should
but
stay.
it's like there's no like electric heat in them.
Oh, yeah.
So there is
Heat and
heat.
AC, because the radios and stuff are like computers, they have
Right.
to be maintained within a certain.
climate control.
Would it be similar to the Spalding Tower?
It's
Electric-wise?
similar, but it's much less, because there's less equipment in Park Street than Spalding. Spalding,
Spalding right now, we've spent $1592.
yeah. There's a lot more equipment in Spalding. We have our repeaterized system in there, the PD has their repeaterized system in there, the radio box people have their stuff in there.
Up at Spalding, right?
Yes.
You said 1592?
Yes,
Do those
1592.
bills tend to be higher in the winter than the summer, or?
Those tend to run about the same year round.
Because it's either on AC or heat.
It's not a very big space.
It's 10 by 20,
No, but it is big.
yeah.
Yeah, but they have to be, you have to hold that temperature at what, 68 degrees pretty much?
Well, we have it set that for the heat to come on when it goes below 50, and for the AC to come on when it goes above 72.
Yeah, that's how we have our huts set up for,
And is the physical room the same size?
No, the room on Park Street is 10 by 10.
So it's half the size with less equipment in
Yeah.
it. All right, well, can I skip to Spalding Tower?
That figures out, well, as of right now, it's about $212 a month.
I can
7.5.
$25.50 for annual.
$25.50.
I took 1592 divided by 7.5.
You said $25.50?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what?
And I assume that's on the same guaranteed rate program?
Yes.
Somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion for line 410.04 Spalding Tower at $2,600.
You're going to second Eric?
I'm thinking. I'm not sure if I was on level phones. Okay, I'll second.
Motion been made and been seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
How much was that for?
26.
26, okay.
26,
I think that $1,000 for the Park Street Tower is a great starting point this year, for next year. If the chief says it's got less equipment, it's half the size.
Yeah, I think it's.
Well, we can adjust later once we start seeing a couple bills.
We probably won't get a bill until next year. That's how it worked with Spalding Tower.
Yeah, it was 6 months or so before they
Well, they
started sending
figured
it out.
bills, yeah.
And then it was.
That was a big bill, the first one.
All right, I move line 410.03 Park Street Tower at the amount of $1,000.
second.
Been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, heat and fuel.
Hold on a second.
411.01 Center Street Station, $8,000.
Park Street is propane, right?
No.
They're both natural gas.
Both.
All right, so Center Street, we have spent $25.88 so far this year.
When was that through?
Liberty, so that would have been through, yeah, let me check. That's through, again, the middle of August.
That's 75.
That's on Park Street and,
Well, it's still gonna be significantly lower.
No, Park Street or Center Street?
they're both the same. They go through, the one that I gave you, I haven't given you the price. Did you do? Hold on. Center Street was $25.88,
Through 7.5 months.
yep.
So that comes down to $345 a month.
And then what's that total to?
4140. But does that have a significant upswing as we get into colder months?
Well, the coldest months would have been January, February, March.
I mean, it wasn't a very cold winter this winter.
True,
Not to say, who knows what's gonna happen this winter? I
I
mean,
know.
well, look at August, we didn't hit
El
90
Nino
months.
or El Nino or La Nina or whatever, depends on what happens.
What you, sorry, 40,
4140. Averaged out so far.
Oops. Minus 41, so that's why I put an extra number in there.
29.
Sorry. Based on 129 months. It's gonna be a long year. 40. I'll make a motion that we enter line 411.01 Center Street Station at $5,000.
I'll second that.
Okay. There's not a little more than that, but that's all right. It's been moved and second. Line 411.01 Synergy Station for $5,000. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, at Park Street, we've spent $17.27 so far this year.
Thank you, multiplying, so.
What?
I keep, multiplying, so.
Trying to enter it? I didn't stop it.
We think 3,200, 3,000,
Or 3,000.
that's close. So I was thinking 3,200.
How much come out to?
Well, it came out with 2763. I make a motion for line 41102 Park Street Station, heating fuel for 3,200.
Is that close? How close is that?
It's 500 over.
500 on what we're projecting it to be through 7.5 months.
And you said what, 32?
3,200.
You don't think we ought to do one more, 35?
Well, I was just looking back and, historically, 2022, it was, Park Street was half of what Center Street was, but the year before, Park Street was 2/3 of what Center Street was. So if we have 3,500, we have 5,000 at Center Street, that's in the right ballpark, 32, 35.
Bless you.
If you're uncomfortable with 35.
Meet in the middle, 34.
We can revisit the numbers.
We can throw, yeah, you throw, okay.
how many months, when do we have to have this all done for the budget committee?
Tomorrow,
When is the budget committee?
they
We-
want
oh,
us, I'm trying to set up the first meeting for the budget committee now. So I'm having, it won't happen until October, but you should have it pretty much done by the middle of November.
Middle of November, so it's 2 months from now. So we would have 2 months more worth of data.
But they're gonna start working on it prior to then.
Right.
But if we have a good,
Usually these go pretty fast here. It's when we get into the,
well, you'd be surprised at the budget meeting you could get hung up on.
Yeah,
no, I'm sure.
no kidding, a lawnmower.
What was that, a 90-minute discussion about a lawnmower?
Oh, it was
repairing the
horrible.
lawnmower.
Repairing
$500.
It.
Wasn't even that.
Replacing it,
Oh, my
just
goodness.
repairing it.
It was $350 line item we spent. Between all of us collectively, we spent more on that discussion than.
Paul's in doubt.
so, did you make a motion?
3,200.
Okay. You want to second it, or
I think you already did.
did you?
Did
I don't know.
I think you did.
I second it?
I'm waiting.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved second. All those in favor?
Aye.
What was it about, 32?
32.
Water. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
kind of comical.
Water.
I have no idea, guys.
How about that sewer?
All right, so water, we have spent $495 so far this year at Center Street,
How much?
480.
$495.
And that's
But-
that through
So half-
And that's through
June.
Two quarters.
through
Two
June.
quarters.
It's 2 quarters, we
So
still
double
have,
that, so it's right on, spot on.
And then Park Street.
Could be more.
we've spent $348. So we're over,
Yeah, we're doubling that.
and that's not including the fill lines.
Have we gotten billed for the fill lines?
Yes, we
Yes,
have.
Oh, well,
What-
please tell us.
118 for
That's it.
Center Street.
Is that for 2 quarters as well? or-
Yes, everything is 2 quarters.
118.
And Park Street is 127.
Now,
So we're close. These are-
If you're a
what
little lower
terrace
than your
schedule is
600.
that?
I know why, too. I planted
It-
grass
it's-
this year, we're watering the lawn.
It's not
With all this rain we had to water?
I have
You
no
see,
idea, but
well,
it's
Mike
not
Robinson's out
on
there every day.
the,
driving all this, making sure it works.
hydrant one.
That's a hydrant, so what does that mean?
That's down the road.
So these are pretty close to what we get.
They are,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
I just wish I remember what tariff schedule these are on.
The current one, I think.
Domestic or whatever? I
No,
don't
no,
know.
like the rate.
Oh, the rate,
rates.
I don't know.
Like, we look, I mean,
Let me see if it tells on the bill.
All right, well, I make a motion on line 41201 Center Street for $1,000.
so that was close to,
Yes.
okay, and I'll second it. It's been moved second. 412.01 Center Street Station Water, 1,000. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move line 41202 Park Street Station in the amount of $600.
I'll second that, because you said we're watering more right now, right, this year. But that's, yeah, but were we watering in June? Well, we've had so much rain, we need to water.
Well, that's what you missed in the conversation that I privately had, and I apologize. They planted new grass, so they were
I heard
using
that.
excessive water to get it growing.
Yeah, but these rates, this amount is only through June, so when did we plant the seed?
Planted in the spring, when we do the cleanup.
Before we got all the rain.
Okay.
So my assumption is we wouldn't be using that.
No, that's why I just want to make sure, like, okay.
And now they put the new gas line in, they tore up the island, and so we're gonna have to reseed that area again.
Well,
It's
the rate we're
fall's a
going,
great time to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'll second it. 412.02 Park Street Station Water for $600. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll make a motion, we accept 412.03 Center Street fill lines for $300. Hear a second?
I'll second it.
Been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'll make a motion, 412.04 Park Street Station fill line for $300.
I'll second that.
Been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Paul's taking the low-hanging fruit again.
There's already in the oven. He's got to get
Well,
going.
he does, he likes the low-hanging fruit.
All right, sewer. Center Street, again, 2 quarters. Center Street is at 275. Park Street is 311.
Now, sewer is based on water consumption.
That's right.
Since we're using more water, we're getting higher sewer bills.
No,
Right.
It's not going down the sewer.
Well, apparently it's
Okay,
staying
line
around that.
413.01 Center Street Station for $500.
That's your motion?
I'll make a motion, yes.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Just a quick question, did the sewer have a rate hike this year?
Yes. But they also called us and told us that we were,
Exempt.
no, that we were using more water. So I don't know why, because it's based,
Yeah,
the
we are
water
using more
bill,
water.
right, the water bill at Park Street isn't that much out of whack for the sewer bill, so yeah.
I have a question, which sewer line, which water line are they basing our sewer bill on? The fill lines or the main Center Street station?
Should be the main.
Should be the domestic.
The domestic
Okay.
for Park Street,
Well,
Should be.
should be,
Yeah,
so,
because that's the one that, well, that's the one they should be sending them.
right.
The sewer department in Northfield buys the water meter readings from the water department to do their billing. In fact, I think the water department actually sends out the
They
sewer
do.
bills for Northfield.
They do.
Yes,
I'll make a motion, line 413.02 Park Street Station for the sewer bill, $500.
second.
Been moved second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Repairs and maintenance.
that has moved over to the
Nope, this is
apparatus.
the fire station.
Oh, this is-
Not
okay.
not the vehicles.
Wrong one. Forget I said anything.
Forgot.
Good.
Do we have, let's see, we spent $14,000, $6,000. We budgeted 5,500.
Depends on what the
What the-
chief has for projects, like one year I think we had to put in a door.
Yep. I'm, Tim Ames, Captain Ames is in charge of this. Why don't we skip this section until he's finished giving me all the things that, because he wants to do a couple projects at Center Street. And if we can just skip this section for now.
It does, yeah, it looks like we
Yeah.
don't have everything in there.
If he could break it down what he wants to do. that'd be
Yes,
great.
well, that's
Yeah.
why I've asked him to do it.
So, can I ask a question about like the generator, is that like annual maintenance
Yep.
kind of thing?
Yep.
And it's substantially higher, it's just a contracted service. And then the fire alarm monitoring, I assume that's a set fee?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's- the rest of that we should skip then.
Yeah, well, you can go to Park Street. I have that, that's ready to go.
Okay, Park Street Station, line 430.12 Park Street Station. Replace 2 windows and 2 doors. Repair some station signs on the building.
Yeah, I don't have that price yet. The sign on top of, on the building is delaminating. And I was waiting for a price on to repair that sign or replace it.
So-
Ian Graphics up on the Hill Road there. He made the original signs.
So what's the 3,500 for?
For whatever happens.
Okay, and then the 7845 is what we are
2 windows
proposing
and
for
2
those windows
doors.
and doors.
Yeah.
And then we just have to sign.
Right.
So the 70, okay.
There's more money coming now.
Is-
Yeah, I forgot, that's why I highlighted it, so I would remember.
I said we should wait and.
Let's
While we
skip
wait,
that one.
Yeah.
Skip it.
I'd like to see the prices of the doors and everything. I mean, the actual price, it sounds a little high to me, but I could be wrong.
Is that,
Yeah, how was that price?
is that us doing the labor, or is that someone?
Someone else. I'll have to get I have that slip in.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter, we'll skip it. Move on.
Okay, let's move on. 430.03 custodian supplies, $5,000.
What do we have this year so far?
$1,370.
That seems low, considering 21, 22 actuals.
It is, I'm waiting for the ginormous order that he usually makes.
We can hold off on that one if you want.
Yeah, we'll see what they order and then.
Yeah.
Want toilet paper and towels
We don't want
and
to,
soaps and,
yeah, we don't want to supply the town, the whole town.
oh, we don't.
Okay, let's move on to 430.07 dumpster, 8% increase. Is that with the increase?
Yes,
That's a contracted price, they
Okay,
charge
so-
us a monthly fee.
Okay, so we get that every month?
Yep.
Is that
Yes.
through, Pinard?
yes,
Yes.
Really? Wow. That's expensive.
it is.
Well, a little over 100 a month, right?
Yeah.
Right, it is.
And that's, what size dumpster? Because we have one at work, do we not? We pay a little more than that because I was bigger.
6-yard dumpster?
It's a 6-yard. You pay what?
I think we pay something like 2,800. And that's for a big one. I mean, it's huge.
How often do they empty that?
They empty ours every 3 days, 3 or 4 days.
Oh, you're throwing rugs and stuff in there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's,
How often does the one at the fire department get?
Once a week.
No, every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks?
Yes,
And it's the trash from both stations going there, so we,
it's $118.80 per month. Right now.
Right.
Well,
I wonder if you're paying more for the, having them come and empty it than you are for the volume of stuff you're taking out.
it's full.
so it's roughly, yeah, it's right around 1,400 at that. A little over 14.
well, the other thing you have to realize that Pinard is here, they do Tilton's. Because the dumpster's in Tilton, right? So they're doing the trash here in Tilton. So they're here. I don't know when they do it.
I don't know what they.
I don't know how they separate like what the town.
I don't either.
You know, I don't.
I'll make a motion, line 430.07 dumpster fee with an 8.5% increase for $1,540.
And I'll second that.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Groundskeeping. Line 430.04 groundskeeping, $300.
We did not appropriate it in 2023.
A new push mower, is that what that's for?
Oh, why
No,
isn't that?
no, the push mower was grayed out.
That was from a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's,
2021.
yeah, so like next year.
$150 was appropriated. Oh, no, wait a minute, $350 in 2023. That should be on there and it is not. Oops, I missed it.
So far, we spent $336.72 in groundskeeping this year.
Wow.
How much was appropriated?
$350.
$350.
We have 14 more bucks we can spend this year.
Yeah, I know.
What does that cover? What does that cost?
That's the bark mulch and fertilizer, seed. It's all a Park Street.
Now, a lot of that was donated in the past, is that still like the
Mike Robinson was donating.
I was trying to keep the name out of it.
Oh, sorry. So no, I make them submit the
for-
slips
okay.
now.
Well, this is where we got hung up for 90 minutes a couple years ago. Right? Just on this line.
It was on the mower.
So what is the next line there for the riding mower for 150? What is that?
That's, something we need to buy new blades.
Oh, all right, so it's
things like
maintenance.
that, yeah. And it's always been there, I don't know why it's there.
I'm okay with that.
Are we not able to upgrade the descriptions for these items? I mean, I think it'd be helpful if it said, groundkeeping supplies and riding mower maintenance. Or I'm just supposed to know that because of the category 430 and 660. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'll make a motion 430.04, groundskeeping for $300.
I'll second that.
Then move in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'll make a motion 660.11, riding lawnmower for $150.
I'll second that too.
Then move in second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. See if this next one's a big one here.
Would it make it easier if we took out the grayed out areas? If it goes back like to
I mean, you can
21?
leave it, I mean, you can leave that line in there because you can go look over and see in 2021 because next year it'll push
It'll
itself.
go away.
It'll go away.
Okay.
But it might just create confusion if it's like Tim is.
Yeah.
As I say, do you leave the $300? You didn't remove the description, so somebody asked.
We can enhance this. I'll fix that tomorrow.
Okay, next is total groundkeeping.
Well, that, you already did that, that's the 450.
Oh, so
That's the total.
okay, that's, oh, yeah, you're right, okay. So, there's nothing on that one there, 43.80,
See if you
Shed
you didn't put a line
Road
in.
Communication Tower. And we got 430.081, Shed Road Tower Monitor, 1,500.
It's a contract price.
There's nothing we can do about that. That's what it is?
Yep.
I'll make a motion, 430.081, Shed Road Tower Monitor, for 1,500.
Second.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So last year they appropriated $50 for the Shed Road Tower.
Yeah, that's
What's
for
that?
the propane for the emergency generator.
Oh, you haven't had to fill it at all yet this year, huh?
That's one of the things that gets monitored. They tell me when it needs to be filled. So I go and take the tanks out and bring them down, and the two 30-pound tanks.
We pay 1,500 just for them to do that?
No.
I hope not.
No.
I won't check them for 1,000.
They monitor all the radio systems in there. If something goes wrong, they know if somebody walks in the building. They know when the electricity's out. They know if lightning gets struck. They can adjust the parameters of the radio system all remotely and stuff from there.
Who monitors that? Is that Mango or is that?
No, that is Consolidated Communications.
Oh, okay.
Does that one.
Oh. Yeah, they got stuff all over.
Yeah, they called me yesterday and says, is the power out? I go, no. Everything working? He says, no, on Shed Road. I said, I don't know. He says, well, we got an alarm. The power's out. You better go check it.
And was it out?
It wasn't. But maybe by the time I got there, it might have been just like
A blip.
a blip thing. But even if the power goes out, we have battery backups there, and if the batteries start to drain down, the DC generator kicks in and recharges, and so our radio systems continue to work at that site.
230-pound cylinder.
So do you need to put money in that line for the gas, for the propane?
Yeah, I just didn't see it and I forgot to.
I'll put line 430.08, $50.
I'll second that.
Low-hanging fruit, Paul.
It's been moved and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
It's funny how long the generator banks would run on 230 months.
10 seconds?
Don't say not
That's
long.
Was it B12, 21.9 liters?
We have
430.09,
Turbocharged,
Park Street Communication Tower,
1,000 kilowatts.
100. I make a motion, I make a motion 430.09, Park Street Communication Tower for 100.
What is that $100 for?
something similar.
Yes. So, stuff that needs to be done there, like we have to, weed killer inside the area near our shelter so that there's these weeds that start growing up all over it that we have to kill and remove. If anything goes wrong, like we need to buy locks for that area to keep people out. We had to change the locks when we got the building because they weren't keyed to our key system. And what else? The generator there. We have our own generator for that facility as well.
All right, I'll second that motion.
Been moved and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
430.091 Park Street Station Tower monitoring, $1. I'll make a motion.
Second, have we spent anything on that?
No.
No, not yet.
Are we gonna be paying more from or what
I'm
is?
not having that monitored just yet because we don't have enough equipment in there to justify monitoring it.
But where we spend $1,500, it could be an amount similar to that, or
At some point in the future, when we have, probably next year, we'll start monitoring it, but this year we won't need to.
okay.
So I just have $1 in there as a placekeeper.
Do we need a second on that?
Eric seconded it.
Okay, been moved and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the insurance workman's comp, can't do any of that,
The property and equipment insurance deductible, that should be $1,000 because that's what our deductible is.
Say that again?
The 480.01 should be $1,000 because that's what our deductible is.
It's always gonna be that.
Do we end up paying that every year?
No, not every year, but pretty close.
I'll make a motion that we fund line 480.01 property and equipment insurance deductible at $1,000.
I'll second that.
Okay, been moved and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is there anything else, we can't do anything else on that?
No. Because we're gonna skip wages and salaries.
Yep. Highlight this supposed to be
Yeah, highlight all of that.
What's that?
school training fees. I haven't finished working on that yet.
Oh,
Okay, we'll go down.
It's okay, I
So
black
highlight
sprayed it here,
wages and
I'll see it in the morning.
salaries for you guys.
We'll go down to, go over to 341.1 office telephone.
Oh, yes. Let's see, telephones.
$2,740.
For the office telephones, we have spent $1,539. And that would be, back here. I want to say that is through August. Let me just double check. That's paid on the credit card every month, and that was one of the things you asked.
Roughly about $130 a month.
Let's see.
That was more than that.
192.
I mean, it came up with 2,300.
Yeah, we haven't, they didn't hit our card for the bill in August, so let me look at
220.
July.
26.
That would be, well, 220 a month is what we're paying, because that's spot on to what you just gave us for an amount. You gave us 1,539, and
Yeah,
so. So 2640, so it's $100 off for some reason.
Yeah. I'll make a motion, the 341.1 office phone, 2740.
Now second.
Okay, it's been moved and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next one is 341.2 cell phones, $6,990.
Oh, that's a big jump.
How many cell phones we got?
Well, we have 3 cell phones.
Wow.
This is where you can, there's a butt here coming, and I can feel it because he's staring at us.
Three cell phones, 4 iPads with cellular connections, 2 tough books with cellular connections, and 4 Wi-Fi HPUEs with cellular connections. That's all the equipment we have that's running on the cellular system.
And are most of those fees all, they're not variable, they're just a fee per month?
Yeah,
So this number is probably
it's
pretty
pretty
accurate.
right on the number.
I have a question.
Yep.
Some of these cellular fees, it's for equipment that we purchase through the apparatus and equipment fund.
Yes.
So there's a way to get that monthly cost to come out of that fund.
we already do.
Well, the equipment
Mhm.
comes out of there, but the service,
Well, that's what I'm asking, is there a way to get the service to come out of that? You can't do it.
I
No,
don't think.
that's an operating account,
Purchase, maintenance.
yeah.
It's maintenance and repairs, and service contracts, which is kind of like
Yeah.
maintenance and repairs. So like, we have a service contract for our cardiac monitors that comes out of the apparatus and equipment fund. This budget, last budget, it came out of the operating account, but the phone bill seemed like to me like an operating account thing.
It is.
I don't know if we could squeeze that into the apparatus and equipment account.
No, it's fine, it's just it's a $2,000 jump.
Yeah, we added the 4 HPUEs this year. And that creates a Wi-Fi environment around the 2 engines and 2 ambulances, so that when we're in somebody's house with a cardiac monitor, it sees the cardiac monitor's Wi-Fi signal or Bluetooth, whatever it is, and it automatically sends the information to the hospital through our machine. That's what all that stuff's for.
Did that equipment just go live,
Yeah, just recently.
like in the last few weeks?
Yeah, a month ago.
Yeah, because it's funny, Adam asked me if we had added equipment,
Yes.
because he must have updated a card or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yes, we did.
Okay, it's too big for me. Next, somebody get,
Are you making a motion?
I'll make the motion, line 341.2 cell phone, $6,990.
I'll second that.
been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye. Is it possible to add to that description that it's more than cell phones? Cell phones and other Wi-Fi, or well, shouldn't that say
No.
Wi-Fi?
Mobile Wi-Fi or something?
Well, actually, the Cradle Point router creates the Wi-Fi, but the Cradle Point router uses the cellular network. So the,
Or would you, would we
Well,
be able to put would we be able to put a separate line in for,
so
Cellular
this all
equipment.
goes to AT&T. It's one bill.
yeah, I know that, but people see cell phones, all they see is.
How many cell phones you got?
Yeah, how many cell phones, how many,
Three.
does everyone in the department got a cell phone? No,
but
it's
it's
this,
more than
this,
cell phones. So
Yeah,
I was just
so-
saying, shouldn't it be cellular
Service.
Cellular
services?
services, yes. I'll change
That's
that
why I
right
asked, how
now.
many cell phones do we have?
Yeah.
No, but that's
Yeah.
exactly right.
If people would see that, oh God, how many cell phones they got?
All right, it now says cell services.
I
I'll
would
change
say
cellular.
Cellular services.
Cell-
Say that 5 times fast.
Cellular services,
Cellular services.
okay. That is now changed.
Okay, line 341.5, internet, 4,700. Is that,
That's for our fiber connection.
yeah, looks like,
And that's just a fee.
Yeah, every month.
All right, I'll move $4,700 on that line.
I'll second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Now, is that for internet in the office, within the office?
Yes.
Yes, it's fiber, so that,
Is there internet down at Park Street as well, right?
There is.
Now, I will put this, I'll tell you afterwards. I have an order of
You know-
internet company now.
Like, we could go back to the office telephones. We're not paying for the telephones. We're paying for office telephone service.
right,
Yes.
And we're paying for internet
Internet service.
services.
so you want me to add service?
Yeah. We're not renting telephones. We're paying for telephone
We buy the
services.
telephones.
Right.
We rent the service.
All right.
Phones are free, but the service is what gets you.
No, actually, when we break a phone, we have to buy it.
We do too.
And it's so old that this, it happens more often than not.
I get a stipend
I wish I did, but I don't. All right, next.
Okay, next is the information technology.
Let's skip that, we don't have all the information.
We don't have,
Okay, so skip all that.
yep.
Yep, down to 350.
Okay,
Medical services.
we can do that one?
We can do that one.
Okay, medical services, 350.01, 33 physical exams at $420, $10,860.
Correct.
And I'll second that. And you know that it's 33 because it's all the
That's how many
personnel.
personnel.
And that's reoccurring every year.
Yep.
Yes,
That's for the volunteers and the full-time?
yes,
That's
it
correct.
is.
Okay. I'll second that.
Do you want to wait for?
Yeah, although I guess it wouldn't matter. I mean, there's two of us here. All those in favor?
Aye.
Or no, you can oppose it.
350.05, 5 new employees at $600 each for medical services for $3,000.
Right.
Now, what's the, now,
That's when we hire like call members. They have to have a physical because we have to know that they're physically fit to perform the job.
so you got 5 new employees, if you hire,
Well, we plan on.
We plan on 5.
Well, some years we hire up to 5 call guys because we usually use 5 or 6. And so it's like a rotating door.
We tread water.
But for them to actually work, we have to put them through a physical.
and that's law.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's 600, it just, how comes the other one's 420 and this is
Because
6?
a new employee requires more testing than an employee that's been with, always had the new employee
So you're like
test.
recertifying an existing one versus.
Right.
So some years you might not have 5, and some years you might have more than 5.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, I'll make a motion 350-102, 5 new employees at $600, total $3,000.
Second.
It's been moved second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We moved down
You moved this
to
one?
that one as well.
Yeah.
Figured it that.
Unless you've got something to say about it.
No, it's, we have the same discussion every budget. Knew exactly where you were in the budget when we came out of that.
Okay, line 390.
That's a placeholder,
Okay.
just in case.
Do we have to approve that?
Yes, yep,
Oh.
motion and second.
Okay, other professional
Wait, I have a
services.
question. If we had to hire a expert witness, would that be where that goes?
Actually, we're gonna have the attorney hire the expert witness and we'll pay the
Okay.
fee through the legal fee.
Gotcha.
Okay, 390, other professional services, $1. I'll make a motion to accept that.
I'll second it.
It's been moved second. All those in favor?
Aye.
392, background check for 8 at $5, I mean, $5, $520.
Which was fine.
That is their criminal background check as well as their motor vehicle report.
And
So we're
that's just
separate.
estimating that
Estimating
we
that
have
we
8
have
people
4.
a year.
Well, you'll have
At
5
4.
new employees, so that's 5 right there, plus 3.
But we're only estimating background checks on 4.
I'm sorry, so what's the 8 there for?
Oh, never mind. I was thinking 4 criminal background and 4
Driver's license.
driver's licenses for MVRs.
So it's
So
4.
that makes 8. But it should be 4 for,
So that number should be 4, not 8?
yeah,
Yeah.
right, chief?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're like going through half the department.
I,
That would be an issue.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we accept line 392, background check of 4 for $520.
Second.
Then moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 560 printing for $500.
What have we spent this year? Printing would be ballots, or is that part of elections?
no, it's part of elections.
$60 so far in printing this year.
What do we have printed?
$196 so far,
Oh,
yeah.
I got an old thing.
You do. We have printed like maintenance records, sheets for the trucks,
Yeah.
where they fill those out. We do envelopes. We haven't done any letterhead because we've been
We do it on our
on
own.
our own
Print
now.
it now, with the printer.
So this is services that you actually send out? and
We
have-
send out, yes.
The prisoners.
Yeah, except the business cards we have to do elsewhere because prison can't print the ones we do.
So in 2021, where it was $818, was that like just stocking
Checks or
up?
something? Is that-
Oh, yeah, we get checks that through them too. Printing, yeah.
Checks are expensive.
To the prison?
No, we have to
Oh.
send out
Oh,
for those as well.
I'm sure the
So
prisoners
that-
love to be able to print checks.
Right.
that's what I'm thinking.
And I'm gonna have to order some checks at the beginning of the year, but if I can make it that far.
So last year, appropriations 500, and we just carry that forward. Is that why you chose that number?
Yes. Well, if you go back further, which this has more columns, its averages around $500 a year. I rounded off a little bit,
Okay.
so it doesn't.
All right, so Paul, did you have a motion on that?
I did not.
It's small enough.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Okay,
Line
550.
550, printing for $520.
I'll second.
500, I'm sorry.
500, right?
Yeah.
Second.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 560, dues and subscriptions.
It might be easy if you just do the total at the bottom, because these are all really fixed prices. The new one in there is the Haas Alert, which is the bottom one on the next page. And that's a system that uses the Cradle Point routers So when we flip the emergency lights on, it sends a signal out to cell phones that like are using Waze or Apple Maps, or right now, all the Chrysler products and the Jeeps and Fiats and stuff like that. It comes up on their radio that they're either approaching an emergency scene, or an emergency vehicle is coming up from behind them, or one's in front of them. And the statistics show that although we haven't had any accidents in the past few years, that it greatly reduces the risk of having an accident because you're warning the people within.
Those go off all the time.
So
So have you ever used Waves and had it come up?
no, I
and
don't
say-
use, I have navigation built into my car, so I don't. So, but if
What
I,
kind of car is it?
it's a Kia.
I don't know if it has it or
Yeah.
not.
So if I, like yesterday,
Built into it.
yesterday up in Plymouth, there was an emergency scene.
Yeah.
On, just south of exit 25. So if I got on the highway and I had a Chrysler or a vehicle that had this system in it, it would have totally got the scene
It just
coming
pops
up.
up right on your
Yeah, it's
radio
usually, usually about a half a mile ahead at highway speed. It'll just come up and it'll give you a.
That's it.
an
Oh,
alert.
that's interesting.
A lot of
And-
tow truck companies use them.
But it's neat. You like yesterday, so I'm driving along, and it's like you up ahead, the road's making a corner, and you see brake lights, and it's like, all right, they saw a police car up around the corner, right?
I would.
And then the next car, you see brake lights. Well, right when they saw the brake lights is when the notification came up on the radio, and it was the police car was farther down the road.
Use it. I'm driving to Florida in a couple
Yeah.
hours. I'm going to put
They
Waze
use
on.
Waves.
Waze in my son's
Too
car.
bad they didn't have it on GM products built in.
It's not in Google Maps though,
It's-
right? It's just.
It is actually.
Is
So,
it?
so
If you have the
Google
subscription.
owns Waze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, Google bought Waze out, but they haven't integrated that. It'll
Some of
happen.
that stuff shows up in the Apple Maps too.
Yes, it does.
Well,
So I always run Apple Maps or Waves.
God, how good. I just,
Me too.
it just amazes me. I mean, we got red lights, we got strobe lights, we got this light, we got this, and now.
But it is interesting, Paul. Like if you're on, like,
I'm sure it is, I'm
when
sure it
we,
is.
we drive to Michigan multiple times a year, and so you're in the car all day, and
Yeah.
I think I'm a pretty active, aware driver, and when that pops up, all of a sudden, you take your foot off the gas, and now you're just looking a little harder up ahead,
Yes.
and you lost a few miles an hour, and
It gives you the right to, look around and see, rubberneck
well,
as
and
they call
the
it.
other thing, it pops up and says, is it still there, or is it?
Waze is always like that.
Yeah.
Is the officer still hiding, or is the
Yeah.
speed trapper still there?
But no, it's like a debris in the road, because you as the driver can send that information in as well. So, tractor trailer lost a tire and it's on the edge of the road, you can put in that there's a road hazard. And then every car behind you will get that message.
Too crazy.
Or this big giant moose lady.
I'm not saying it's not a good thing, I'm just, all these little things they come up with, they cost money.
Well, they
Nothing
do.
is free.
Well, but if you look at like cars, they make the cars to be totally sacrificial so that you don't have the injuries.
I understand.
And the cars are amazingly expensive, but hospital bills are ridiculously expensive. So anything you can do to lower the severity of the impending accident or eliminate the accident. And there's a lot of bad drivers out there. I went this
Yeah,
every
no
morning.
kidding, right?
Yeah.
So there looks like there's a couple other new ones on here.
So, the Waze thing, there's an 80% reduction in hard braking events because they were alerted.
I get that on my phone through other things. That like, I get a report from Google, and it'll let me know how many times I braked hard or rapidly accelerated or even swerved, like in a month or a week.
Your car will give you that data too if you want.
Yeah, well, my car, the other day, I was driving to work and it has this awesome thing where it wants to keep me in the road. Well, I wanted to be in the ditch because it's a tractor trailer over on my side of the road.
Right,
And
so
it
you're
keeps wanting
fighting
me to go back
it.
and I'm fighting it.
Yeah, so.
If you ever get in that situation, just put your directional on.
Oh,
So if you're trying to get over to the right and it's trying to force you back, just put your right directional on.
oh, and it'll stop it?
Yeah, because now it thinks you want to go there.
Oh, cool, good to know.
Just leave it on.
Alright, I just put it on, I'm gonna let you know how it works.
So what other, Grammarly's been in there.
The one above that, though, it doesn't look like there's appropriation last year. Amazon Prime and then SHRM.
Shrimp.
SHRM is the Human Resources Association for the state, which I want Kathy to belong to because it helps us manage our personnel, gives her better information and stuff like that. I read a lot of the stuff as well.
I think it's important.
Very important.
Whereas we don't have a, well, I guess you are, someone's dedicated to the.
She's the dedicated HR person.
Okay, and then the Amazon Prime is an Amazon Prime account.
Yep.
Right.
You're buying more and more things through Amazon Prime.
Yeah, even batteries. You buy through Amazon.
It's just amazing. Just order it before in 8 minutes and be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And the part you order was $6 with free shipping.
I know.
It costs more for the guy to stop in front of the house than
But it's kind of nice. It's
It
there
is
tomorrow.
nice.
I just ordered a bunch of stuff. I actually ordered something on the same day. If I ordered within like 15 minutes of the same day, I think it was early in the morning, so I could have gone out in that delivery truck.
Crazy, isn't it?
In Florida, like, in big places, you get same day shipping. Like, I don't want that much order in my life.
Any other questions? Well, then I'll move line 560 dues and subscriptions in the amount of $6,132.
I'll second that.
It's been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Unless you can-
Okay, office supplies. 620 office supplies, $3,000.
There's paper and pencils and
Mm-hmm.
How much have we spent so far this year?
$1,312, but that doesn't include everything, because I know there's some stuff that hasn't hit yet, but I don't remember how much it's for.
If you order through Amazon Prime, excuse me. No.
is that, do you pay for like toner cartridges for the copier and all that?
Yes,
comes
all
out
that
there?
comes out of there, yes.
Paper.
We're gonna be paperless.
Yeah,
They told me
right.
that in the 70s.
Yeah. We seem to be more
They
paper,
can tell
being
you which side
paperless.
or which side.
I'll make a motion, 620 office supplies for $3,000.
I'll say.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
620.1 data, what's that, destruction?
Mhm.
Yep.
$150. I'll make a motion, we accept 620.1 data destruction, $150. What is that?
That is all of the medical records and everything that we have to hang on to for 10 years. We cannot just throw it in the trash, we have to literally shred it, have it shredded.
You have the mobile shredding truck.
Mobile shredding.
Okay. Been
I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we got nothing down on these.
Well,
Postage.
you get postage
Don't
there.
forget postage.
625.
Oh, I'm sorry. 625 postage for $500.
What have we spent this year?
306.
Was that with the increase? Did we buy a bunch of stamps before the increase came by?
That was last year.
No, we just had an increase earlier this year.
We didn't.
We didn't.
So,
No.
Increased again?
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
like 60 cents, I think, for now.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculously expensive.
I mean, if you, in the realm of things, think about, I could send something 60 cents and mail it to you.
But
It
I
costs
also
me
want to
what-
deliver a package.
Yeah. It's all in volume.
All right, Paul, did you make that as a motion?
No, I didn't, I'm waiting for somebody.
All right, I'll make a motion on line 625 postage, $500.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well, I think we hit a good spot to break. Two cases.
Gasoline and diesel.
Yeah.
Those are those.
Yeah.
Do you,
okay.
do you, Do you see a trend towards less mail, or you're still sending out checks for credit cards and whatnot, and that's always gonna be there?
Right. We still have, you know, we mail checks for the bills that we owe, but a lot of the bills now are coming electronically. I send out statements for people that owe us money electronically. If I have an email address, that's how it goes.
Thank you.
Okay? Okay, 635 gasoline for $7,000. What did we spend last year?
That's a little less.
Yeah, it's gone down, so we spent less, but it's kind of creeping back up a little now, so it's a crapshoot half the time. And when I look at what they're predicting, overall, gasoline prices, energy prices currently are creeping up because the Arabs and the Russians, who have a lot of oil, are withholding the oil supplies to be refined because they want to make more money. So the prices right now are currently creeping up.
How much have we spent in that account?
$37.56, and that's through August.
Well,
If you do that average, it's like $5,600, but I really don't know how high it's going to go. But I don't think we're going to be, you know, appropriated like $9,000 for this year. We're not going to get there. I kind of did the same with looking at diesel as well.
What have we spent on diesel?
15,816.
Oh, that's quite a...
How is, we're 8 months through the year, how is call volume this year as compared to last year?
It's a few calls less. I can tell you exact.
Not much.
Wait a second. I don't
But it's
know.
not like it's going up.
It should be about the same, although the last 2 or 3 months have been busier than normal, but it might slow down.
But is that the new normal, or is that, it's hard to say, you know, I don't know.
When I look at the trend lines for all calls and EMS calls, the line is going this way. When I graph it all out.
Is anything changing at Franklin Hospital or Laconia Hospital that would tend to make you think that we'll be going to Concord more?
Not currently. It's the situation between Laconia and Franklin is basically staying stagnant at this point. So the percentage of times that we're going to go to Concord is probably going to remain the same unless something else changes.
If they can't, I don't think Concord could afford to make a drastic change at those two hospitals, otherwise it would just overburden Concord.
Concord's already over.
I know, that's, they were waiting, they're waiting room?
Well, I guess, you know,
I guess the only difference that I've seen made at Laconia Hospital, and I don't know if it's even going to make a big difference, is Concord Orthopedics was in cahoots with Concord Hospital. In fact, they have their own surgical building on the campus of Concord Hospital. But Concord Hospital and Concord Orthopedics have kind of split, and Concord Hospital is now hiring their own orthopedic service people, own orthopedics, to work within the hospital. But to the consumer and where we bring people and stuff like that, I don't think it makes a difference.
They kind of did that in Guilford with the OPA.
Yeah.
Before they became Concord Hospital, they separated themselves from that. And they, yeah, but I think OPA, or
But still,
Concord
when,
Orthopedics is
when
coming.
somebody
to-
breaks a leg and the bone's sticking out of their thigh or something like that, we gotta bring them to Concord
Yeah.
because of the surgical capabilities at Concord that they don't have. Well, Laconia might be able to handle that, but generally they're going to Concord because of.
Is that, I don't know how to ask this. Are you seeing a lot of those types of calls with the bone stick are probably coming from
Bike park.
bike park?
Yeah. And if they have that type of injury, they usually have other injuries as well.
Well, yeah.
That's- So you could almost look at it this way. I don't know the exact numbers, but we go to Franklin Hospital about 50% of the time. We go to Laconia about 25% of the time. We go to Concord about 25% of the time.
So I was just doing some quick math on those two amounts that we've currently spent, and if you run it out for the 12 months, and then you put a 25% buffer on it, you get those two numbers the chief has, which is maybe how we got them, 7,000 and 30,000. I don't know if 25% is excessive or not, but you know, even if you did 20, you're not taking much money off. I'm just,
And
Yeah.
I looked at the actuals for the previous year too.
I mean, 2022, we spent $30,000 in diesel, but that was double what we spent in 2021.
no, that's because we've had price of.
But the price of diesel hasn't fluctuated as much as regular fuel has.
Diesel's
Yeah, but diesel hasn't come down.
a lot more expensive than gasoline, and it hasn't come down. Gasoline came down for a while. Diesel never really did.
It's just the prices creeping up closer to each other.
Right, so Paul, can I make a motion?
You go right ahead.
I move line 635 gasoline for $7,000.
I will second it. Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye. Paul, I'll move line 636 diesel for $30,000.
Eric?
I'm not gonna say. I was gonna tell you what it was.
Well, nobody seconded that, Paul, so suppose you could entertain another motion.
I'll make a motion for line 636 for 28,000.
I'll second that. It's been moved second, that line 636 diesel, 28,000. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we heading up?
Next page is easy, last time.
Oh, it's not, okay.
What's that?
Then we're almost done. Paul was already done.
I'm on vacation real soon, so.
All right, books and periodicals?
Yep, okay, we'll do that,
All right, Paul, I move line 670 books and periodicals to the floor for $85.
I'll second that.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nothing on departmental awards?
Yes.
You
It's
didn't?
not there. I didn't put it there.
All right, so I highlighted,
It's gonna be $3,000.
What was this year?
what do we,
$3,000, and we spent $3,034 the previous year.
I was away for that last year, wasn't I?
You missed a great time.
It was in September though, wasn't it?
No, it's near Christmas.
Why wasn't I there?
The one near September was for Deputy Jubert's going away.
Oh.
Right.
so far this year, we've spent $433.
Are we having one this year?
It's-
I don't think I've been notified of it, so.
We haven't finalized the date yet.
I'm waiting for you to approve the postage.
Do we want to do that one there, or?
Let's wait and see what they come up with for a budget.
What was that last year? The green side.
I don't
Yeah.
know where it was, but why wasn't I there?
You were traveling for
You
your
were on
job
the
or something?
cruise or something?
Yeah, you were on a,
When was it?
in December last
I
year.
don't know if I was even there.
You were there.
Were I?
Yes, you were.
Oh, I guess so.
They had to carry.
I don't
them.
remember
You
where
had so
was
much
that?
fun, you don't remember.
You
it.
were at your company thing last year. That's
Where?
why you couldn't
Oh, I had
make
a
the
company
hours.
meeting, yeah, I had a company
Yes, you
meeting.
had your company
See,
thing.
she
Now,
knows.
where was the one last year? It was up
At
there?
Greenside.
In,
She's better than
in
my
Tim
wife,
Jubit,
she knows.
we had it there.
Yeah, and Tim's was there as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
Sadly, she finds out
Yeah, I do
stuff that I'm
remember now.
Going to before my wife
I
does.
remember, yeah.
So we wanna put 3,000, well, I would like you to put 3,000 there, you can not, you can,
I'll make a motion that we fund line 680 at $3,000.
No, second.
Okay, it's been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I think that probably,
uniforms. That doesn't change.
Is that,
now, when you say uniforms here, is that for the new employees?
No, that is for the career employees.
Career, call,
Call.
and the support company.
If you look at it, it's broken out. So for the guys that are on now, there's 18 for $600 each.
So they get like a
It's $600 stipend a year.
stipend, thank you.
Stipend.
So that, you know, if they tear a shirt or something like that, or their shirts just get grungy looking. you know.
I feel like you they grow out of them.
That happens too.
They shrink it along.
That's what we spend last year.
Well, the year isn't over.
Oh, the big the big spend on this is usually near the end of the
And so
year.
they usually come in December and say, oh, I still have $500 in my stipend and I want this instantly.
I've been hounding them. So in '22, we spent $14,211.
Okay, I'll make a motion, 685.01 career uniforms, 18 at $600 each, total of $10,800.
I'll second that.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next one we'll skip. Call company, 685.02, call company uniforms, 14 at $200 each, total of $2,800. I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Line 685.03, support uniform, company uniforms. What is that?
The Red Company?
They get jackets, don't they, or sweatshirts or something?
Yeah, they get sweatshirts and
T-shirts.
T-shirts and
Golf shirts.
golf shirts. Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'll make a motion, 685.03, support company uniforms for $450.
Second.
It's been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I guess we could do the hydrant cisterns.
You've got miscellaneous.
It's right up your alley, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Miscellaneous, 690 miscellaneous others for $1. I'll make a motion, we accept 690 miscellaneous and others for $1.
Second. Oh, go ahead.
I'll second. I'll second.
Been moved second, all those in favor?
Aye. I'll second those dollar ones.
Yeah.
772.
You don't get crucified for those,
775.
usually.
Okay,
775.
yeah, okay, 775, dry hydrants and cisterns, $2,000. And what's that, the upkeep on them?
That's,
Yes.
yeah, repairs and maintenance of the ones that we have now, their inspections.
What did we spend last year?
So far this year.
So far, well, this year it's skewed because we have
Oh, yeah.
the new ones being put in that column 2.
So it's complicated.
It's complicated.
So we're buying stuff for the new ones, and it comes out of this line, but later on this year, we're gonna ask the commissioners, since you're the funds of the dry hydrant and cistern fund, to withdraw monies from out of that to replenish, to reimburse this
Right,
account.
so, but I need to dig out my phone for the calculator. I've got it, I can see it, so that I can tell you what's been spent so far.
Yeah, we bought pipe and, yeah, the clock's going, so. I looked, the other day I was looking,
It was
It was wrong anyway.
Yeah, it was
So far on maintenance, we spent $349. But that,
Yeah, we have
We
hydrants
haven't
that,
done-
the hydrant at, I was talking to Steve today, is broken right off, on North Pond Road.
yeah, done.
So we're gonna replace that whole thing there, so,
And that'll come out of this?
yep.
Yes,
So is this line item like anything that has to do with dry hydrants and cisterns, whether it's maintenance, inspection, repairs, or new?
yes.
Not new,
Not new, but
but maintenance and repairs and inspections of existing. New comes from that other fund,
Okay.
but we haven't taken any money out of that. So when we do spend for new, it gets put onto this line. So if you look at this line and the thing, it's extremely overspent, but we're gonna be able to reimburse that.
what I will do is I will add this to 700.
We've spent
Other?
over 16,000 on that line so far.
On this line?
Yeah,
Yeah. Chief, what I'll do is I'll add another category so it falls down under the same places. Capital out building, capital out machinery, vehicles, equipment.
Yeah.
I'll put a capital out cisterns, dry hydrants,
yeah.
so that we'll know.
Well, we have $100,000.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, actually, there's
Oh.
almost 200,000 in there.
I can, I don't have to withdraw it down there, it's expendable trust. Then totally
So we
wrong.
have money in there. We can.
Sorry.
We have money to do it, yeah, it's just, we have to,
You have to transfer.
I have to bring it before you guys to transfer it. And we just haven't done that yet, because we're still waiting for some bills to come in.
Let me fix
Out on a
this
dirt road
right
somewhere in the
now.
middle of nowhere, there was a fire hydrant there.
Pressurized or a dry
I had
hydrant?
no idea, just fire hydrant, couldn't see anything.
You couldn't see the pond up over the hill?
No, because it came down off the property, and I don't know where it came from. I don't know if there's it looked like it may have been.
Well, that one on
Cistern.
Sanborn Road and Lancaster Hill corner there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even realize there's a pond there.
Yeah, I know.
This is in,
So that'll be another one of those dry.
is that one going in? Is that?
That, yeah, we'll hope to be putting that in this fall. We have to pump out the pond.
This was in Piermont or Orford?
Yeah. But it rains so much, it'll fill back up.
Well, this is like in Piermont or Orford, and that's where it was.
Oh, way.
Yeah, I was
out
out,
there.
I'm out in the middle of the woods, driving down a dirt road, and all of a sudden, poof, there's a fire, suddenly. There's some nice houses out there, but I think it was a cistern underground.
Probably.
Did a nice job with this guy, but it was a fire hydrant. Like, well, they walked the dogs, and maybe just let the dogs use it, I don't know.
Maybe?
Let me move on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 775, dry hydrants and cisterns for 2,000. I'll make a motion to accept line 775, dry hydrant cistern, 2,000.
I'll second that.
Been moving second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think this is good stuff. Might need 2 hours. We reached 2 hours.
Yep.
Not quite, because somebody was late, but
We won't.
we won't say anything.
And one is me for once.
I just wanted to make up for the time you were late.
Yeah, no, that's right. Okay, back.
I'm fixing that right now, Chief.
So do we want to adjourn the meeting? Or we have other stuff to go over?
Oh, if you look at your information that you received tonight, you have the timeline of important dates for when things need to be done. And I also printed out the information for authorizing bonds or notes in excess of $100,000. Because if you're gonna have a bond on the warrant this year, you have to have special bond hearing.
So do we have another fire commissioner's budget meeting scheduled?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like a month from now.
it's,
I think it was Carly. Isn't that Carly?
3 weeks anyways.
it is October 17th.
It is, it's like a month away. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
I thought maybe I missed one in there, because I'm like,
5 weeks.
No, you didn't miss it. That was when,
the budget committee's not going to be meeting much before October anyways.
they're not gonna be, I can't do anything for, September. And I'm having a really hard time getting people to be able to meet,
Agreeing on an evening.
to agree on, yeah. Yeah.
We have a budget meeting on the 17th and another one on the 30th.
Right.
I was looking for the next one and I didn't see it, so.
And there's nothing yet in November. You wanted to wait and see how far you had gotten through here.
Still don't have a clerk, huh?
No. Poor Stephanie, she's been doing it.
I thought we had somebody that came in. That was gonna
I'll
do
work
it.
on this a little bit
For,
more, just see if I can figure
desk
out a better
position?
way to make it
Yeah, I thought we
clearer.
did.
We have, yes, but she's not a resident,
Oh,
so
I guess, really, this,
she's strictly my assistant.
going forward, the
Which is-
discussion is to
She lives in Laconia.
having a third ambulance.
Courtney
instead of just
starts
two.
Monday.
I have a
I
whole
can't wait.
presentation.
Well, you tell,
that.
we
Yeah, but
should
just
tell her
about-
she has to move the community in order to.
Well,
work for the
I think,
community.
Well,
I can't tell her that because I don't live in the community. Come
part
on.
of the
I thought you did.
conversation, I think,
No.
would be,
Oh, you didn't see that in your
discussion
contract?
with you
I don't have a
and
contract.
You didn't see that, that weren't told you when you were hired?
No, it was not.
Yeah.
When I was
It's
hired, I
the
lived in
fully
Camden.
equipped, it's the 575.
Who hired you?
The
Carrier.
ambulance is gonna cost
Did he?
by
Yeah.
itself, 400 and
Yes, Steve hired me.
I'm surprised he ain't retired yet.
It's right around 400,000.
He did over 35 years and more.
Outfit it,
You
would
know.
be the rest, 175-ish.
Have we had a motion
That
to
number's
adjourn?
higher than what the estimates I have right now because.
I don't think we have.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn at 6:37.
I'll second that.
I'll move second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Bye, have a nice day.
Because I want to authorize.
Go ahead, stop.
We're
Hit
going to go
stop.
that route, we'll authorize the purchase, and I wrote.
I talked to the, I think it was Century that works at Ken Guilford.
Cost maybe higher at that point.